edition of Hope Healthy Living. Today I am cooking salmon and asparagus. We are going to broil this salmon. I'm taking the recipe from one of my favorite books, Recetario para la buena salud, coma y cocine con poca grasa. So this is the book about lean cuisine, so you're eating nutritious meal with less oil or less fat. So this is what we're going for. I want to broil my salmon. In this book the recipe is really the trout, so I have to substitute with what I have in my house, and we're going to serve it with asparagus and onion, if you can see. So okay, so now when we come back we're going to talk about the ingredients. Don't go away. Okay guys, now we're going to talk about our ingredient. Right here I have the chicken spices. I use that a lot in my kitchen. We are healthy living, unlimited budget, so we use what we have at home. And I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, and 4 teaspoons. This really goes with any of my recipes. And here I have lemon pepper. I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon because I'm going to use fresh lime. Great. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, then, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Like I said, you know, you use whatever you have at home, but what you have to remember with this recipe is that we're going to use lemon juice. As you can see, I'm going to use half of it and I will leave half. So this is about 1, 2, and 3 teaspoons. Great. Now I'm going to add some olive oil. It's really not a lot, so I'm just guessing about 3 teaspoons, 3 or 4 teaspoons. That's great. Now we are going to add a little bit of tamarind. If you don't have the tamarind concentrate, you can use brown sugar or soy sauce, and I'm going to use just 1 teaspoon. And this is really to give that grilling effect, you know. So even at the end of the cooking, I can add a little bit more. So for now, I will stay with just 1 teaspoon. Oh, this is looking great, as you can see. And now I'm going to bake our salmon, and I'm going to use this to make sure I spread it evenly. So for my salmon, guys, I like to keep the skin. Why? Because it's really part of the fish, right? You want to have all the nutritional value of the fish, and we know that salmon is rich in protein and vitamin D, and so you really want to have all that skin. And don't forget the omega fatty acid. So I like to keep the skin, but it's optional. And now we are going to use a baking sheet. So I'm going to grease the baking sheet and it will be ready to go into the oven. Okay guys, here is our salmon. I'm going to put it in the broiler for about 7 to 10 minutes. So I will make sure I'm checking, because it all depends on the text, you know, the size of your fish. If it is thick, you might go to 10 minutes. So this is what we are going to do next. Pop it in the oven. Great. And when we come back, we are going to work on the asparagus. Okay guys, now that we have our fish in the oven, I'm going to start with the asparagus. I have already washed this. Now let me tell you the story. I used to be so intimidated by the asparagus because I didn't grow up eating it, so I didn't know what it was until one day I went to visit somebody who was growing asparagus, and I actually stepped on the bed of, asparagus, and then he said, "No, get up. There is a plant right there," and these little shoots were coming up. And so he cut and gave it to me, and I ate it raw right on the spot, and he was like, "Yeah, those are asparagus." And I was like, "Oh, I've never seen them growing." So that's the little story about asparagus, and now I love it. So asparagus are in season now, and so it's really fresh. You really don't need to worry about whether it's very stringy, which can be after the season. Right now it's very fresh. So what I do is really try to go 3/4, and then I will try to snap it just like that, about 3/4. But now I keep this one for omelette in the morning. Asparagus tastes a little bit like raw peanuts. If you have eaten fresh raw peanut, especially us growing in Africa, we used to eat raw peanuts right from the farm, so it has that earthy flavor of raw peanut. That's the taste I got the first time I ate it. And so, but when I cook it, it doesn't have the same flavor because I'm going to use a little bit of onion and just a little bit of tamarind to have that grilling effect, which I really love in my cooking come summertime. So everything has to look like coming out of the grill. So now I'm going to arrange them on my plate, and I can put them in the broiler for about 2 to 3 minutes. Great. As you can see, this is our asparagus, and what I will do next is just to add a little bit of olive oil and salt, and maybe a little bit of pepper. So here we go, just a little bit, and I'm going to use this. Sprinkle a little bit of lemon pepper right there, has a little bit of salt. Great. And then I'm going to add a little bit more pepper right there, and you can also do it straight on the asparagus, guys. There you go, and just try to brush. Okay, so when we come back, I'm going to pop it into the oven. Okay guys, it's been about 8 minutes. I'm going to check my salmon and see how long I want to keep it in the oven, or if it is ready. Ooh, look at that. It is looking great, guys. I don't know if my cameraman can come close. So I'm going to stick the fork in. So usually with the salmon, if you stick the fork in and it's flaky, you know that your salmon is ready, which I think it is. And now, unless you have a thermometer to check the temperature, you can check it too. This is ready. I'm going to toss in the asparagus for the next 2 or 3 minutes, and our dinner will be ready, guys. Good. And I'll keep it under now that it's almost ready. So I'm reducing the heat by keeping it under the asparagus. Okay, just 2 to 3 minutes. Okay guys, so we have our salmon in the oven for another 2 to 3 minutes since I just popped in the asparagus. So now I'm going to cook the onion. I just put about 2 teaspoons of olive oil in here, and I'm going to brown this onion. And this is what I'm going to use, 1 or 2 teaspoons of tamarind concentrate, just to give that brown effect, right? So that's what we are looking for. So today it's really having that grilling effect, but inside the house. So it's like everything was on the grill outside, but really no, we are doing it inside. Okay guys, so now I'm going to put our onion in the bowl. I'm going to turn off the fire. So as you can see, that brownish is that grilling effect from the tamarind concentrate, right? That's what we are looking for right now. Great. The flavor, guys, it is delicious. I don't know if you can see. Great. And now we are going to check our fish. I know it's ready. Right here we have the asparagus looking great and ready. And here's the fish, guys. Oh, great. Our salmon is ready, as you can see. Look at the juice. Great. That's how you want your salmon. You want it to still have that juice. You don't want it too dry, okay? And so see the juice coming out? Great. And now when we come back, we're going to present our plate. Okay guys, this is the result. What do you think about this? This looks delicious and I'm going to try it, but before that I want to show you the asparagus. As you can see, this is a success. I mean, it looks exactly like what I have here in the book, so I'm very happy with this. And the same thing with the salmon. I did add a little bit of my own touch to it. As you can see, this is a full plate of salmon and asparagus. So definitely something healthy, lean, and delicious. Now let me try it, right? So I'm going to put this book away and get a piece of this. I'm gonna have this piece right here, and let me tell you, if you do this and the kids have asparagus and a grilled salmon, they will eat it. Great. And you know, my co-host, she had to learn to eat asparagus and now she loves it. So it's definitely something to think about, guys. Make something like this at home for the family and you will enjoy it. Spend quality time with the family during summer. And if you like this video, guys, please do not hesitate to subscribe to our channel so we can create more content like this. And please share this video so more people can have this delicious recipe. As you can see, I am going to take a bite of this. Salmon is a very flaky, and you can see with the kicking chicken, this is actually delicious, and the paprika, it gives it a kick. Guys, this is awesome, and do not hesitate to try this. And now I'm going to get a big bite of asparagus here. Delicious. My mouth is full. Excellent meal for a diet, right? Healthy diet. Excellent. You can eat it just plain like this, but if you like, you can add maybe a little bit of rice, quinoa, which I like very much. And for the kids, why not? You can do a little bit of macaroni on the side or spaghetti. Great meal for the family, guys. It is sweet with a little bit tint of acidity because the tamarind is sweet and acid at the same time. Thank you for watching.